Hey there guys, it is part 2 of how to grow your natural hair under wigs. If you haven't watched part 1 on how to grow your natural hair under wigs, that's going to talk about everything underneath your wig and how to make sure that the style that you're actually doing is going to be protective. Where in today's video, I have recently discovered my love for the scalp. I'm obsessed with scalp care at the minute because honestly, once you master your hair routine in terms of a protective style and you keep your hair nourished and moisturized, your scalp is the next best thing that's going to help that growth to really stick. The first way to properly cleanse your scalp is to shampoo, okay? Not a co-wash. People like to think that if their scalp is dry means they need to wash it less, but that's actually not the case. If you have a dry and flaky scalp, chances are you actually need to really effectively cleanse your scalp, hydrate it, and then seal that hydration in. The next way that I've been absolutely loving, guys, and has been a real game changer is a scalp scrub. This is the scalp scrub that I have been absolutely loving. It contains the same pineapple enzymes that eat away at dead skin. A little bit goes a long way of this scalp scrub. You just put it in between the lines of your cornrows before you wash, and then just leave it on for 5 minutes. This is one of my favorite ones. It's even the little particles as well when you're scrubbing, they wash out really easily. I'm pretty sure some of them even dissolve as well, which is really good because not all scalp scrubs have that. This other scalp scrub that I tried, which is a Botana oil scalp scrub, wasn't my favorite, honestly. It was also allegedly a clarifying shampoo. It was a little bit drying and not nourishing enough. That's why I love this scalp scrub, because it's not drying at all. But this one was, even though it's oil based, and this one's not oil based and it's not drying. You can tell that it is quite literally exfoliating the dead skin off your scalp and leaving your scalp feeling refreshed as opposed to stripped. The other way to exfoliate or effectively cleanse your scalp is by using a scalp toner. Now, I'm currently using one of my own DIY toners that I'm making. I just put it in this spray bottle here that I've had left over, and oh my gosh, guys. By the way, you don't need to do both. If you scalp scrub, you don't necessarily need to tone. If you tone, you don't necessarily need to scalp scrub. Like, one or the other is just effective enough. I'm personally alternating between the two because scalp scrub gives you physical exfoliation whilst a toner gives you more like chemical exfoliation. The minute you start seeing your scalp as like an extension of your face, I'm not somebody who typically has a problem or a flaky scalp, but because I heat style my hair, my scalp has been getting a little bit more drier than usual. So if you're somebody with a problem scalp, or you know you have issues in that department, this is going to be even more beneficial for you to tone your scalp and get away those dead skin. So scalp rinses that are also kind of like scalp toners, so things like the apple cider vinegar rinse. Once you have effectively cleansed your scalp, you've got a clean base, this is the best time to hydrate your scalp. Scalp serum, and better yet, these are the 2 scalp serums that improve hair growth and are backed by science. The LV Growth Booster, this contains 8% aminexol. Aminexol is an ingredient that helps to loosen the collagen around your hair follicles and anchor your hair to your scalp better. It basically helps your hair cling to your scalp for dear life. So if you're someone who suffers with like excessive shedding, especially important when you're protective styling. Obviously, this isn't going to address the root cause. If you're somebody who suffers with excessive shedding, there's usually something that's underlying causing that, but this can definitely help with the symptoms. This is the ordinary multi-peptide hair serum. This serum actually contains the same peptide duo that is in the sacred hair oil, and it basically helps to provide your hair with peptides, which are like small chains of protein, those proteins that your hair can then use to create more hair. Really good option, especially if you don't want to splurge on the Sacred just yet. The Sacred Edge Drops does have other ingredients that help to work it slightly more effectively, allegedly. I use these on wash day with a clean, fresh scalp, and then I also use these almost daily to hydrate my scalp before any kind of scalp oiling as well. And lastly but not leastly, DIY hair oil. I'm just showing you guys this hair oil. This stuff has been an absolute game changer, okay? Like, this hair oil, scalp oiling absolutely works. Hair oiling absolutely works if you do it correctly. I need to do a whole separate video on hair oiling, scalp oiling, etc., and probably give you guys a tutorial. But after you have effectively cleansed your scalp, after you have hydrated your scalp, after you've done your treatments with either your peptide serum or your aminexol serum, that's when it is a good time to oil your scalp. You always oil your scalp last. Same as your hair. Oil comes last. I really put time into understanding what ingredients go into my oils and making it myself. So if you guys have seen the recipe, I've got it in there for you. Sure, I have gone over everything that you guys need to know to make sure that the protective style you are doing is as protective as possible, and that you're nourishing your hair as much as possible, and that you are also treating your hair and your scalp in the best way to set the foundation for really healthy hair growth. Any questions, guys, feel free to ask me in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.